Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 8, Akshara Brahma Yoga, or the Path of the Eternal God, delves into profound spiritual concepts and the journey of the soul. In this chapter, Arjuna questions Krishna about the nature of Brahman, the eternal spirit, the self, karma, actions and their consequences, and the material and divine realms. Krishna explains the significance of remembering the Supreme Being at the time of death to achieve liberation and transcend the cycle of birth and death. He also outlines different paths taken by souls after death, highlighting the benefits of unwavering devotion and the ultimate goal of reaching the eternal, unchanging spiritual abode. This chapter emphasizes the power of devotional service and the importance of a focused and dedicated spiritual practice. Verse 1, Arjuna asks Krishna, what is Brahman, the eternal spirit? What is the self? What are actions that bring results? What is the material world? And what are the demigods? Verse 2. He also asks, how does the Lord of sacrifices live in the body? How can we remember you at the time of death? Verse 3. Krishna replies, the eternal spirit is called Brahman. The individual soul is called the self. Actions that create our future bodies are called karma. Verse 4. The material world that changes is called adibhuta. The universal form of God, including demigods, is called adidaiva. I, the Supreme Lord, am called adiyajna and live in everyone's heart. Verse 5. Whoever thinks of me at the time of death will surely come to me. There is no doubt about this. Verse 6. Whatever state of being one remembers at death, one will attain that state. Verse 7. Therefore, Arjuna, think of me always and do your duty. With your mind and intelligence fixed on me, you will surely come to me. Verse 8. One who meditates on me with a mind focused and constant will reach me. Verse 9. Think of the Supreme Person who knows everything, is the oldest, controls everything, is smaller than the smallest, maintains everything, is beyond material understanding and is always a person. He shines like the sun and is beyond this material world. Verse 10. At the time of death, one who fixes the life force between the eyebrows with a steady mind, remembering me, reaches me. Lord. Verse 11. Sages who know the Vedas and chant Om desire to reach Brahman. They practice celibacy to attain it. I will now explain this process. Verse 12. In yoga, one controls the senses, focuses the mind on the heart, and raises the life force to the top of the head. Verse 13. Chanting Om and thinking of me at the time of death, one reaches the spiritual world. Verse 14. For one who always remembers me with devotion, I am easy to reach. Verse 15. Great souls who reach me do not return to this world of suffering because they have attained the highest perfection. Verse 16. From the highest to the lowest planet, all are places of birth and death. But reaching my abode means no more rebirth. Verse 17. 1,000 ages make up a day of Brahma, the Creator, and 1,000 ages make up his night. Verse 18. At the start of Brahma's day, all beings come into existence, and at night they are absorbed back into the unmanifest. Verse 19. This cycle of creation and dissolution continues every day and night of Brahma. Verse 20. Beyond this changing world is another unmanifest eternal world. It is never destroyed. Verse 21. This unmanifest world is the ultimate destination from which no one returns. It is my supreme abode. Verse 22. This Supreme Person, though present in his abode, is all-pervading. Everything exists within him. Verse 23. Now I will explain the times at which yogis can leave this world and either come back or not. Verse 24. Yogis who leave the world during the light, auspicious times, or the northern path of the sun reach the Supreme. Verse 25. Yogis who leave during the smoke, night, the dark fortnight, or the southern path of the sun reach the moon and return. Verse 26. There are two paths, one of light leading to no return and one of darkness leading to return. Verse 27, devotees who know these paths are not confused, therefore stay devoted to me. Verse 28, one who follows the path of devotion gains the benefits of studying the Vedas, performing sacrifices, giving charity and doing good deeds. Through devotion one reaches the supreme eternal abode.